Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fadhila Usamah Usamah. My student number is 8320200104. And now I want to presenting applied linguistic course about speech act theory. In this presentation, I want to presenting introduction and definition, types, and tasks. For the first introduction and definition, speech theory is a theory of language based on Austin 1975, How to Do Things with Words. Its major premise is that language is a mode of action as it is a means of conveying information. Action performed via utterances are called speech acts. It focuses on communicative acts which are performed through speech. And then speech act is action performed via utterance, apologize, complain, compliment, etc. They apply to the speaker's communicative intention in producing an utterance. The speaker expects that his or her communicative intention will be recognized by the hearer. Both speaker and hearer are usually helped in this process by the context. It means speech events. The speech act might contain just one word as in sorry, to perform an apology, or several words or sentences. I'm sorry, I forget your birthday. I just let it slip my mind. This is types speech act. Speech also can be analyzed on 3 levels. Number 1, locutionary act, or the performance of an utterance is the actual utterance and its perceived meaning. We can say performing an act of saying something, or physical utterance of words. Example guide, the coffee tastes great. Number 2, illocutionary act is the pragmatic illocutionary force of the utterance or the performance of an act in saying something. Example guide, the coffee tastes great, to invite to over or simply a statement or fact. Number 3, perlocutionary act is a speech act that has an effect of the feeling, thought, or action of either the speaker or the listener. In other words, they seek to change mind, reaction, or response. The hearer on hearing the sentence above might react by accepting a cup of coffee if interpret the perlocutionary act. Okay, now various uptakes of the same utterance. This locutionary of the speaker, there's a good movie tonight. Illocutionary, invitation, uptake by the listener, okay, let's go. Advice, okay, I will go there. Excuse, never mind. Over, thank you. Unlike a locutionary act, a perlocutionary act is external to the performance. For example, inspiring, persuading, or deterring, convincing, scaring, enlightening, inspiring, or otherwise getting someone to do or realize something, whether intended or not. Austin 1975. And then Austin classified verbs into 2, performatives and constitutives. Number 1, performatives. Performatives verbs are those that denote an action. There are several ways to identify performative verbs. The easiest speech act to recognize would appear to be those which contain explicit performative verbs such as promise, bet, warn, execute, state, etc. Number 2, constitutive verbs are those which do not denote an action. They are used only in description and assertions. However, Austin realized that constitutives might be performatives. For example, somebody may say that the window is open. Austin basically classified his performative verbs into 5 major classes. Number 1, verdictives. They are typified by the giving of a verdict by a jury, arbiter, or umpire, such as the word accurate, great, estimate, and diagnose. Number 2, exercitives, verbs with the existing of powers, right, or influences such as the word point, order, advise, and warn. Number 3, commissives, verbs which commit the speaker to doing something, but also including declaration of intention, such as the word promise, guarantee, bet, and oppose. Number 4, behaviorists, a miscellaneous group concerned with attitudes and social behavior, such as the word apologize, critique, kiss, bless, challenge. Number 5, expositive verbs which clarify how utterances fit into ongoing discourse and how they are being used, such as argue, postulate, affirm, and consent. Shirley and Severin, 1999, himself proposed 5 classes of speech acts. Number 1, representatives, example guide asserting. Number 2, directives, example guide requesting. Number 3, commissives, example guide promising. Number 4, expressive, example guide thanking. Number 5, declarative, example guide pointing. Ceremonial or speech act. Austin, 1975, observed that sentences are not always used to report state affairs. Some sentence in certain circumstance must be treated as the performance of an act austin. When someone says, I name this ship, or I now pronounce you man and wife, the utterance creates a new social or psychological reality. Other more examples are number one, I do take this woman to be my lawful wedded wife, as uttered in the course of the marriage ceremony. Number two, I name the ship the Queen Elizabeth, as uttered when launching a new ship. Number three, I give and bequeath my watch to my brother, as occurring in a will. Number four, I sentence you to 10 years in jail, as uttered by Judge Court below. According to Austin 1975, 14 until 15, there are several circumstances, felicity conditions that allow utterances to act as performatives, namely, number one, the existence of an accepted conventional process having a certain conventional effect. Number two, the presence of particular persons and circumstance. Number three, the correct and complete execution of a process which can only be judged through fallacious or infallacious. Number four, pretended feeling or intention. Yule 1999 5D calls them felicity condition. Ordinary speech act. In real life interaction, we perform speech act when we offer an apology, greeting, request, complaint, invitation, compliment, or refusal. Both the speakers and listener require not only knowledge of the language but also appropriate use of that language within a given culture. Here are some other examples of speech act that we use or hear every day. Greeting. Hi mommy, how are things going? Request. Could you pass me the mashed potatoes please? Complaint. I've already been waiting 3 weeks for the computer and I was told it would be delivered within a week. Invitation. We're having some people over Saturday evening and wanted to know if you'd like to join us. Compliment. Hey, I really like your tie. Refusal. Oh, I'd love to see that movie with you, but this Friday just isn't going to work. The speech act theory is applicable to discourse analysis. It provides a framework in which to identify the condition underlying the productions and understanding of an utterances as a particular linguistically realized action. Utterances perform different acts because of their circumstance and because of the knowledge that we have of the condition. Our rules may include an array of social facts. Example guide knowledge about social obligation, institution, identities, and knowledge about the grammar of language. Number one, look at the following utterances and try to determine what might have been their illocutionary force. Source book 1989. A. Please open the window. B. It's very tough in here, isn't it? C. I'm sorry for what I've done. D. I'm sorry to repay you tomorrow. E. Somebody's messed up my computer. Number two, look at the following transcript of exchanges between a husband and a wife. How does an exploit ambiguity in the illocutionary force of what is said? Source code 1989. Exchange 1. A. Are you planning to do it this afternoon? B. Angrily, well, when this afternoon? A. With injured innocence. I'm just asking whether you'll be able to do it this afternoon. Exchange 2. Exchange 2. B. Oh, no, we haven't got the TV program. A. Go and get one then. B. Go and get one. I've just come in. A. Well, if you don't go, I'll go. B. That's blackmail. A. It's not blackmail. It's just vague. Number 3. What is the problem with the following speech act? Source May 1993, 127. A. I promise he will be to set fire to your house. B. I hereby warn you that you will be awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature. C. Warning, your loan will turn brown in November. Okay, I think enough. More or less, please be forgiven. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.